All right, coming up next on the show, Barry on Sports, our resident funny man. This guy is hilarious. He's handsome. He's so funny. Everyone loves this dude. It's like when you meet this guy, you're just like, I don't know. I'm Barry Laminack, and this isn't what happened in sports this week. Let's start in the NFL, where the Buffalo Bills are saying they may leave for Austin unless they get a $1 billion new stadium. And to figure out how much this works out to per Super Bowl, you divide $1 billion by 0, and then this sounds like a terrible idea. When asked for comment on the situation, Austin city leaders said, hey, we don't respond well to threats, Buffalo. Odell Beckham Jr. spent almost $2 million having diamonds placed on his teeth in the back of his mouth. And just like the Browns, Beckham spent a ton of money for results no one can see. And that is still not the biggest waste of $2 million in the NFL. Giants coach Joe Judge yelled angrily at his team during practice after a huge brawl broke out. Wow, even the Giants hate the Giants. The coaches were furious after telling players to save it for after we missed the playoffs. The brawl was described as typical for the Giants, loud and confusing, which ended without a Giants win. Nick Bosa's Instagram model girlfriend deleted her Twitter account after old tweets surfaced of her using the N-word. And the N-word, and the N-word, and she said it a lot. Apparently, she used to focus on her outward appearance, but now it's more inward. In new footage from Saints training camp, Jameis Winston was seen struggling with the team's tackle machine. You should see him against a revolving door. From the world of the NBA, during an Usher concert, LeBron James shoved a fan who was trying to get a picture with him. And once again, James getting away with the push-off. James better be careful, or the next thing receding in his life will be his fan base. While the Lakers acquired some big-name free agents this week, including Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard, it has also made them the oldest roster in NBA history. Each player will now be paid in money stuffed in a Hallmark card. The team is also changing their name to the LAARP Lakers. In MLB news, a Dodgers fan handed out anti-Astros chant instructions for the Astros in their first game in LA since the cheating scandal. And that's right, folks. Dodgers fans need step-by-step instructions on how to boo. In other sports news, Nick Saban just received a new contract for 6 years and $85 million, and that's just the number of tantrums they expect him to throw. The new deal will be finalized as soon as they can find someone in Alabama who can count that high. And finally, a fighter in Poland participated in a 1-on-3 MMA fight where he was immediately taken down and punched until the referee had to step in and stop the fight. And I think this clearly illustrates why people shouldn't lie on their resumes. That one guy had more confidence than the Cowboys during preseason, but ended up with the same results. A butt whooping. I'm Barry Laminack. That's not what happened in sports this week.